I wanted to hop on real quick and talk about this question that's so rampant right now. How do you talk to a narcissist? Okay, so this is a very dangerous question. Sorry, all these notifications coming up. Okay, so my recommendation is don't. How do you speak to a narcissist? Don't. And if you have to, keep it as emotionless as possible. And remember, the narcissist is trying to get an emotional response from you. If it's positive, if it's what we perceive as negative, it doesn't really matter. Whatever energy, right? Whatever energy the narcissist can get from you is what feeds them and allows them to go out into the world and do whatever it is that they want to do, right? And you're left empty, like a raisin. And I know I have been in this situation. I lived like this for over 20 years. You guys, I get it. I know. And it's difficult if you're still living with this person, and if they're a romantic partner, an intimate partner, that is hard. Just know this is not the time to judge yourself for being in this situation or needing to stay in this situation. So this isn't about judgment. This is just about how to keep you safe. Okay, so if you're in partnership with a narcissist, try to keep your energetic value to what it is that you say or don't say. Try to keep it to yourself into a minimum of what exits you and is allowed to be sucked out of you. Okay, so anger, sadness, anything, right? Try to keep it for yourself so that energetically you're not so drained when they walk away that you now have to go replenish. I remember being in this situation, and I would be just completely drained, and I basically like a raisin. I used to call them emotional vampires. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but that's what I used to call them, because they would just come, suck me dry, and then off they went, had a great life. I got nothing out of it, and I had to go then and develop my own and find my own strategies to replenish. And it just felt like I would hardly have been replenished when they were back to take more. And so I found myself in this vicious cycle that is extremely damaging to your mental well-being, but also your physical well-being. Because remember, it's not just your mind and your mental health that is going on this roller coaster. Your body is along for the ride. And my body paid the price very badly. I mean, not good things, autoimmune issues, a cyst the size of a melon that grew in my stomach just like that, just within like a 4-week time period. So the body is very much a part of all this. And so oftentimes we can think, well, I'm tough, I can do this, it's fine. Your body is not that tough, and it will begin to start yelling at you. So stay safe. I'm here hoping that someone here will hear this who needs to hear this. Limit the emotional value of what you let go of in order for the narcissist to go on their merry way. Okay, that's number one. And remember, those emotions can be anger, they can be fear, they can be sadness, they can be anything. It doesn't matter to them. All they want is that value from you, and it gives them the energy. Right? So anytime you focus on the narcissist and you allow that to be a state for yourself, that your energy, your focus is on them, what they're doing, what they're not doing, how terrible they are, how wonderful they are, how charming they used to be, anything. Anytime that you are focusing on the narcissist, you are feeding them with your energy, if they're there or not. And that is why, if you look at my timelines, you'll see that we don't focus a lot about on what the narcissist does or any of those aha moments, which can be really important. But every time we do that, we are thinking of that one person, and we are feeding them with our energy. And I think they've taken enough, don't you? Okay, so stay safe. Build up your protective layers around you. Give yourself a bubble. Give yourself a color for that bubble. Allow it to be a fountain coming out of the top of your head of water, if that helps, if that works for you. Experiment a little bit on what allows you to feel most protected. For me, it is a like a like a perimeter really around me of light and water. Those two just feel really powerful for me. Okay, so experiment to see what it is that works for you, and if you like, give it a color so that you can really visualize it as you go out into the world, or as you enter into a space where the narcissist is there, or actually anybody, but especially with the narcissist, right? And remember this quote: all the water in the world cannot drown me unless it gets inside me. The only person who is allowed in this protective space that you've now created for yourself, and you're visualizing, and you can feel safe within that, the only person that is allowed to break that barrier, open that barrier, is you. Okay, and so sometimes we accidentally open that barrier. Sometimes we give information that later is used against us. Sometimes we give emotional value to what's happening because we just feel like we're about to lose our mind, right? And now what we're doing is we're opening that barrier that is there to protect us. So try your best not to do that. And there are that's a different conversation on how to do that. Really, okay, so today's takeaway: emotional value, try to keep it to yourself, and then find a healthy place to let that out, because your feelings do need to be honored and nurtured and validated. It's very important. But by giving them to the narcissist, you're only feeding their energetic strength, right? And we don't want that. We don't want to give them more strength than they already have and then they've already taken. So allow yourself to withhold that until you're in a safe place, probably by yourself. If you're anything like in my experience, I had to do all that by myself. And if that's what you need to do, okay, that's fine. If you have a bestie that you can let it all out on, great, do that. Just don't give it to the narcissist. Just remember, they've taken enough. They don't need to take even more from you. Okay, so today is maybe a really good day to start practicing that, and just shrinking down how much information and how much energetic value you are sharing with someone who is there only to take and benefit from you. Okay. I thought there was something else I wanted to share, but it slipped my mind, and so I'm gonna go. And if you would like some help with this, if you're kind of on the edge of maybe thinking that you'd like to work with me one-on-one, I have an 8-week program, 9 sessions, where we break trauma bonds. We nurture the nervous system. We deal with anxiety and depression. They actually just kind of go. We heal the traumas using something very, very powerful called RIM. And I can send you information on that if you like. But this is lifelong stuff. You've got broken bones. So many of us are just being taught to put Band-Aids on top of broken bones, and those are not working, right? It's quite intense. We do the healing work of the traumas so that you can actually find forward, especially clarity after breaking that trauma bond. That's been a really big one for my clients. So anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know, shoot me a message, and just feel my love that I'm sending out to you, and stay safe, and protect yourself. Protect that bubble that you put around yourself, and stop giving away information, and stop giving away energetic value to someone who is only here to take. Okay, I know it's such a hard thing to say, but it's truth, unfortunately. Okay, I wish you a beautiful day, and I wish you safety in yourself and safety in your physical environment. And I'll see you again soon. Message me if you need anything. Okay, bye.